following is a presentation of GRS TV.
We set the bar high. On top, 'cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shot. We set the bar high. On top, 'cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shot.
If you have playoff aspirations, it is time to make a move as District 9-6A is wide open. Tonight, the Sachse Mustangs try and continue a stretch that must see them run the table in order to have a chance to make the playoffs. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. My name is Scott Garner. We really appreciate you turning us in tonight. Sachse and South Garland tonight. And it's the Mustangs that have been on a roll. They have won a big one last week. They beat Garland by virtue of scoring 28 second-half points. They hope they'll run the table. It will take 4 in a row to conclude the regular season in order to find their way into that 4th and final playoff position, but they still have a chance. They come in taking on a South Garland team that's 1-7, 0-6 in district competition. But South Garland has been a lot more competitive as of late, and they're getting a lot better quarterback play than they have been. So it's a game that should see some good early action, particularly given the way that South Garland's been playing. And that's one of the things and the main themes that we have seen from the Titans this year. They typically get off to a really good start, and they're hoping that that good start will lead to some great play. But, you know, once the mistakes start to happen, they want to try to forget about it, have a short memory. And Damaso Martinez excited to see his group get better in that column tonight. Coach Martinez in his 4th season, and we see Coach Behrens there for Sachse. Mark Behrens, who's in his 19th season. Again, hoping that his Mustangs can do what they did in the last game against Garland, a team that they had a slight lead, a slight advantage at halftime, but he really felt like it should have been a 2-score lead, given the way that they played. And Brendan George is a good reason why they played so well. George is the 5'10", 165-pound junior quarterback who that man, Damaso Martinez, has been prepping for this week. George, 64 of 105 coming in, and he threw for 178 yards. And you combine that with Pope Akana's 170 on the ground, and Sachse really, really good last week. Something that Garland and the rest of the teams in the district have had to contend with this year. We're underway from Homer B. Johnson Stadium as the initial kickoff goes out of bounds with Sachse seeing South Garland winning the opening coin toss. They elected to defer. And again, this offense for the
free kick.
Sachse Mustangs.
On the kick. Third. It's down.
This offense for the Sachse Mustangs generating close to 370 yards this year. They average about 135 through the air, been doing it on the ground as of late. They've been giving up way too many points. They want to cut that down, 42 points permitted, as we see South Garland, who has really looked the part this year. They typically get off to a great start. They hope that it's that way tonight, but Sachse's got the ball to begin things. Coming off of that nice win last week against the Garland Owls, and what was defined as really an upset, without question. Brendan George, the 5'10" junior, 165-pound quarterback, been starting since week 3. He's going to hand the football off. No, play action pass. They'll go out to Jet Creel. They get it to him. Nice form tackle by Balderas there on the right side, and that will be a pickup of close to 8 on that play. Good play fake right there by quarterback George. And I beg your pardon, that was Borner, the cornerback, that got him. 2nd down, 2 here for the Mustangs. Getting this drive from their own 30. Again this time, nice run here and a good stiff arm by Pope Akana. Had 170 last week. By far his best performance of the year. Picks up close to 21 on this play. Sachse offense rolling here. Nice stiff arm there to get to the boundary. Akana, who at times throughout his career has been injury prone. Carried it 25 times. They hope he doesn't have to carry it that many tonight. You see Akana going in motion, and they try to get it to him on a swing pass. It goes through his hands. Akana averaging close to 7 a carry last week. That actually brought his average that was over about 9 per tote down to the upper 8s. That is some of the best production of anybody in the area. Akana, senior, 5'10", 190. Second down and 10, opening drive of the game. Run a counter, and this time he gets swallowed up by Pacheco, who came in leading the Titans with 78 tackles. He has been tremendous. Outside linebacker trying to wrong shoulder that and got completely by Brady Payne, the backside guard, to make that tackle. What a great play by Avion Pacheco, senior backer, really mobile. He's played defensive end in his career, linebacker. That is a loss of 4 on that play. They got to go deep here on 3rd down and long, and great coverage as they try to hit Santana Quinn up the seam that time. Santana Quinn targeted here. George had plenty of time, and ball just dropped. Quinn getting behind the defense. So it is punt time for Sachse. Again, the Mustangs hoped that they could get off to a fast start. That's what they wanted to do against a team that generally starts fast. This is a good punt and somewhat returnable here for the Titans across the 20, and good kick coverage as they end up throwing him into the boundary there. Jonas Brown on the return for the Titans. Tough angle right there. It looked like one of those hawk tackles that they were teaching kids about 5 or 6 years ago. So Sachse punts in their opening possession as we see South Garland take it over on their own 19. 28 to go here in the first. Miracos Matos, over 770 this year. He's really coming on as of late. 67 for 152, 44% completion percentage. Play clock down to 0, and so on the opening snap of the game, a delay penalty.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
So not a good way to start here for South Garland. Damaso Martinez again in his 4th year. So pleased with the progress of this young team. Offensive line has allowed scant sacks this year. Matos has been getting the ball out quickly, but boy, this Mustang defense generally rallies to the ball in a hurry. Chris Talley on top of that pile there. Only a gain of 1, maybe 2. Alvaro Gonzalez, the senior running back, who's got 4.8 speed, getting the initial carry. But again, things just clogged up. Brandon Sierra, who had been plagued with injury, the sophomore lineman, nowhere to move the pile that time. So just a gain of 1. South Garland likes to shorten the game. We'll see them take the play clock down inside of 10 most times. Try to spread the field. Everybody in tight to the line of scrimmage. They wanted their quarterback to be able to run a lot tonight. And Miracos Matos, the QB, keeps here. Vashawn Brunswick did a really good year. 39th stop of the season making that play. Got him almost at the line of scrimmage. He and Camden George doing a nice job gang tackling. So South Garland, who likes to limit the mistakes, only averaging about 11 points per game, by far the lowest total of any team, and permitting 44 points per contest, cannot turn the ball over here. You cannot force the ball. Matos with 6 touchdowns, 5 picks, big pressure early, throws the screen, nice play for him, giving Gonzalez a chance. And he is tackled a little bit short of the first down marker by 3 yards by C.J. Wells, the cornerback. Really nice play call here. 3rd down and long. Great patience by Matos to complete that pass while taking the hit. And a really nice open field tackle by the cornerback Wells, who had 24 stops coming in, as we mentioned. And that's a lot. That is a lot for a cornerback. They pick up close to 10, but not enough. Matos also doubles as the punter for this South Garland team. Got 2 back deep to receive. Both teams being forced to punt it. Their opening possession. Cortland Scott with a really nice punt coming at his way. Decides to go ahead and let it go, and it's killed on the 40. That is a 40-yard kick for South Garland. Nice kick to start for the Titans. One of the better ones that we have seen as of late. So Sachse takes it back over from their own 40. 8:23 to play. And this is a must-win game, just like last week's game against Garland. A 1-score game at halftime, and then Sachse ends up posting 28 second-half points to win that ball game handily. And they've got to win tonight and next couple of ball games to have a chance at the postseason. They'll go with a fly sweep here, and the offensive line doing its job. Jaden Cunningham, who doesn't have a catch this year, getting the ball with Elijah Perez, the backup defensive tackle, tracking him down from behind, but he picks up 10. Little flip pass right here. This has become commonplace, and you see the offensive line. That's Austin Smith blocking downfield. The center making a block 5 yards downfield. That is a pass play of 10 yards. Not a run, but a pass right there. Real nice job. Get him in motion here, and the man in motion, Cortland Scott, almost ran into the quarterback who took it himself, Brendan George, who has over 40 carries this year from his quarterback spot, picks up 4 here. Jared Balderas with the tackle. They run that read option, leaving the end unblocked. And South Garland trying to rally to the ball. 2nd down and 6. Scoreless tie here early. Zone run on 2nd down and 6. They run off tackle with Popacana being tackled by Alexandra Orta, safety. And he is close to first down yardage, needed 6 and got 5. Orta's first tackle of the game. Got a nice combination of running backs here with Popacana and Brendan Haygood for Sachse. Everybody in close now. We've got safeties down in the box here on 3rd down and short. No doubt a first down here. Popacana gets slowed down and maybe a touchdown saving tackle. Jared Balderas, the sophomore Mike linebacker. How good has Popacana been so far? And 170 yards last week. A massive hole. Nice tackle there by the Titans. Massive hole. And goal number 1 was to keep Akana healthy tonight, because they've got 2 really big games coming up. Sachse does, against Wiley and North Garland. And they're going to really need him. Play action. They'll get on the edge. Catch by Phillips. Phillips across the 30, down close to the 25 on 1st and 10. They'll pick up 11. Orta with his 2nd stop in 3 plays. That's a nice pass into the boundary. Swinging out there in the flat. And Austin Phillips makes his 5th catch of the year. 6'3" senior's got some size out there, playing into that slot / tight end. Scoreless tie. Power run this time. South Garland clogging it up, but it's Green and Balderas who have to kind of track him down from behind. He was just kind of playing peekaboo behind the line, but he gets 4 on that run. Inside zone run. Popacana doing his magic. Well, he has turned into one of the better running backs in the whole district. Came in with almost 800 yards. Read option, and this time it's going to be kept. Grayson King at quarterback here. Grayson King keeping it, getting down inside the 20. 4 there, inside of 5:30 to go. So they hand it off to King. King actually ended up coming in and playing some running back. And they scored a couple of touchdowns last week. Remember, King's the guy that actually started this year as the starting quarterback. They move him to a wide receiver, and he's actually been doubling as a running back as of late. Single coverage to Lockett. Goes up, and he makes the catch for the touchdown. Khalid Lockett's 4th touchdown grab. And a great week against Garland, and he scores the first touchdown of the game. That is a nice play, 17 yards. High points that ball with hands right in his face. Marlon Choice, who is back in that tandem of cornerbacks that they have. And what a nice play. Khalid Lockett, they wanted to get him the ball more coming in, and they throw it to him in the red zone. And that point after will make it 7-0 in favor of Sachse. 5:02 to go, first quarter on GRST.
We are all connected to something bigger than ourselves. Change one thing, change everything. The things we do today have an extraordinary impact on a child's future. A better child, a better world. GISD has a ripple effect on our community. Every lesson can positively affect our future leaders. We are Garland ISD, impacting lives, changing futures. It's what we call the GISD effect.
Drive here for Sachse, 8 plays after the South Garland punt. And they go 60 yards for the touchdown. 17-yard touchdown pass from George to Lockett. George's 8th touchdown pass of the year against 5 picks. Just got it to a playmaker, and he made a play. Kickoff going toward the sideline. This is a live ball, and the Titans have to fall down on it. Nice play by Bill Curtis, who is on that sideline in a hurry. He was hoping that ball would go out of bounds. I thought for a moment it would, but it kind of kicked up like a Phil Mickelson 9-iron right there. And so bad break for the Titans. Got to begin inside their own 20. 17 with 5:02 to go. Yeah, but Damaso Martinez said one of the keys coming in, head coach for South Garland, cannot turn the ball over. And they wanted to play the blitz well. They expected a lot of heavy blitzing tonight from Sachse. Seen a lot of run blitzing here so far. They were playing the safeties really tight on the last drive. We'll see what happens here. The initial drive of the game. This is the second drive now for the Titans. 5:02 to play. Here in this first quarter, they go with a pistol set, run a counter. And you can see all those backers there. You try to go east and west and pick your way, you're going to have a hard time. Alvaro Gonzalez finding out here on that first down run. Gonzalez had just 2 yards coming into the drive. Little option here. And anytime you go laterally, you are in trouble. Deshaun Brunswick, that Mike linebacker, just a pup there at that Mike linebacker spot, making another play. Packers came in with a lot of gaudy numbers. Brunswick not only had 38 tackles, but 4 of those were for a loss, and he's hurried the quarterback a couple of times this year. That's actually going to be a run of -2 on first down. And that makes it hard on your quarterback. Here goes Matos. Matos here going to keep it. He wanted to run it a little bit more tonight, and gets dropped at the line of scrimmage.
Timeout. South Garland.
South Garland called a timeout before the snap, so that play did not count. Gives us a chance to take a break. 7-0 in favor of Sachse. They score first tonight. We are early in the game on GRS TV. South Garland calling a timeout right before that second down play. Also, Martinez did not like the alignment there, or perhaps the play that might have been called. And they'll spread them out here after the timeout. You can see it kind of loosens up the second level here of the defense. We'll see if that doesn't help Matos and company, who is audibilizing here at the line of scrimmage. They were going to give him free range to do that coming in. Part of the growth process of a quarterback, and he's going to keep it. They fake the handoff, and he gets swarmed under behind the line of scrimmage. And Matos decided to keep, but you could tell early on that that just was not going to go his way. Cooper Creasy, who's both an end and tackle for this team, a swingman, really came in unblocked. He got there first. Creasy and also Cheetah Ofili. By the way, Michi Ofili not really available tonight. He's kind of been banged up with an ankle, so we're seeing Cooper Creasy get a lot more of the action. That's who you just saw on your shot. So back-to-back losses here. -5 on that one. They've gone backwards 7 yards here. It's 3rd down and long. Matos stepping up, and down he goes. Sacked right in the middle of the field by Travis Simpson. They were hoping to get Simpson back, and boy, he makes his presence known. They're going to limit his snaps tonight, but you can see how athletic he is. And I guess they're going to rule it a forward pass. He got rid of it in time, so they'll rule it an incompletion, I do believe. Not a sack, but an incompletion. But you see Simpson really affecting the action. And Mark Behrens, the head coach, coaches the tackles, the D tackles. And he's really proud of both Jaron Counts and Corey Walls and their development. It's not as good looking a punt as that first one, but it's effective. Does not generate a return, as we see Cortland Scott make a fair catch with a less than 30-yard punt. So South Garland goes 3 and out, and Sachse will take it back over. So South Garland ended up winning the toss. They deferred. Sachse took the ball, which I think probably helped South Garland a bit, gave them a long field, and they made them punt. Sachse scores on their last drive, an 8-play, 60-yard drive on a 17-yard touchdown from George to Lockett. 3:09 to go here in this first quarter. Brendan George on a read option hands the ball off to Grayson King, who, again, may be getting a lot of carries come postseason time should they need him. And they'll have to win tonight, probably the next 2, in order for that to happen. They really feel like they've got a chance to get there, and they've got to win tonight, and then the next 2. You see King, love his athleticism, and he's a lot like, I really think King is a lot like Alex Orji in a sense, and that he's so versatile, really could play any position. That's what Barons loves so much about Alex Orji, who was the quarterback last year for Sachse, who's now quarterbacking Michigan. They'll get it on the edge. Nice cut there by Scott, back across the grain, and gets wrestled down immediately by Pacheco. Avion Pacheco making his second tackle, limiting him to just 3 yards on that play. And a nice play on an island. Pacheco has really grown too. Scott maybe he may be their most athletic wide receiver. You see Pacheco just sort of holding his ground there, staying home. 3rd down and 4. George over the middle, and it goes incomplete. Trying to hit Santana Quinn for the second time. I would be shocked if Sachse did anything but go for it here on this 4th down. But you see George rolling the pocket. Nice tight pass, a little bit off the mark for the young sophomore wide receiver. They really think has a bright future. It's 4th down, first opportunity to go for it on 4th down. Sachse trying to add to a 7-0 lead here late first quarter. Into the boundary. They give him a lot of cushion. Lockett makes the play. Trying to shake a second one. He does. He may have a chance to score here. A cutback, touchdown. 32 yards. What a play by Khalik Lockett. His second score of the game. You see him make a move. And then another one. Boy, to break out of Balderas' would-be tackle, that Mike linebacker really says something. And that third cut, that is impressive. That is a play for the highlight reel. Point after would make it 14-0 here. Oh, the Sachse Mustangs were having some personnel issues. Jet Creel, wide receiver, will hold here. And the point after, Alex Alvarado is good. $1:34 to go, first quarter. Sachse has scored on 2 of their 3 drives to this point. It's 14-0 Mustangs on GRS TV.
The Garland ISD Education Foundation provides resources to support and enrich education for all students in the Garland Independent School District. Every dollar donated helps fund innovative teaching and learning initiatives. Choose today to impact a better tomorrow. For more information and to learn how you can give, visit gisdedfoundation.org.
Kalik Lockett with a 32-yard touchdown reception from Brendan George to give the Sachse Mustangs a 14-0 lead with $1:34 to go in this first quarter. Steve Reeves.
Hey, Scott.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Glad to be here tonight. Sorry for a little bit of a delay here, but...
Oh, I understand. Hey, this is a game that sees this Sachse Mustang crew. They've got to win tonight, probably the next 2 to have a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, the good thing for them, they came off that big win. I'm sure you talked about it earlier against Garland. That really got them back in the playoff race. So, again, they win this game tonight. They get to even in district play at 3-3. And like you said, based on tiebreakers, they're in pretty good shape. See a good return there by the Titans.
You see a good return there. Ivory Chester with the return there for the Titans. But, you look at this district and how things are shaping up. You've got Wiley, East, and Naaman there and in the top 2 spots. But really, with essentially 3 weeks to go, including this week, everybody's in it except maybe South Garland.
Right. That's exactly right. And, again, Sachse, again, kind of got themselves back into, the picture based on their win last week against Garland. As I mentioned, Garland's kind of dropped back in the pack, and you're right. You've got Lakeview and North Garland all kind of beating each other, so everybody really still with a shot.
First down, they try to go short underneath, and that ball broken up there by Brown, the outside linebacker. Yards have been hard to come by tonight.
Yeah, they were looking for Reuben Davis there. Just a quick out route there from him. There's the throw out. And you see it hit him in the hands there, not able to hold on. And, again, good coverage out there by Sachse as well.
Yeah, this Sachse team, again, with the game tonight, and then they've got Wiley and North Garland. Big ball game tomorrow night between Rowlett and Lakeview.
Yeah, that will be a big ball game. Rowlett still wants to keep in that thing. Lakeview's got to have a win, though.
Rowlett's got an outside chance at that 4th spot. They throw the corner out here on 2nd down and 10. Good catch there by Holland, his 9th of the year. Jalen Jimenez immediately drops him.
Yeah, great route that time. Just a quick slant. There's that throw and the good catch. This time able to hold on to it and gets good yardage, a gain of 9.
Well, Jimenez has turned into a nice cornerback as we see Miraco Matos. Again, doesn't have necessarily the yards to impress a lot of folks. Did throw for 175 yards last week against Naaman, 18 of 36. Matos tonight now 2 of 4.
That game well in hand last week, but like you said, he did get a lot of good repetition in and had some good throws last week against Naaman.
Boy, 3rd and short. I'm not sure that ball was caught. They're going to say it's a catch and a fumble. I'm not sure he caught it and made a football move there, but they're going to rule it a catch and the fumble as Jimenez, the cornerback, was there.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It did not look like he had the ball, so we'll see it here on the replay. Yeah, never had the ball.
Huh. Maybe it was an interception. I think he intercepted that ball.
Yeah,
Jimenez with his 2nd interception of the year with that play.
Yeah, that looks like exactly what the call. Great hands there by Jimenez there at the end, and you're right. He did get the interception there at the end, so that's what caused the turnover. Was not a fumble, but rather an interception.
So there's the turnover. That's the first that we have seen. That was key number 3. Forced them into mistakes. as we see Brendan George getting shoved out of bounds, maybe a tick late. No flag there. He races for about 3.
Well, nice job that time at the Mustang offense. They rolled the quarterback out. He actually had somebody deep there in the middle of the field. I believe that was Dane Norberg, I believe. He rolls out. He's not able to see him, though, and then just tucks it and runs. Gets what he can. Gain of about 4.
A little inside zone play. We see Popacana getting to the edge into the 3rd level. They track him down before the end zone, but he's able to run for 33 yards before Antonio Wilkerson, the safety, can run him down.
Well, you'll see here the quickness of Akana there. Gets that great block on the edge and then does the rest himself, that burst of speed through the initial line, and then has to get tracked down from behind. So a good touchdown-saving tackle.
That's a quarter.
There, but a great run by Akana.
And a great quarter by the Sachse Mustangs, who have a 14-point lead, looking for more on GRS TV.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
Played 1 quarter here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium as the Sachse Mustangs trying to post their 3rd score in now 4 drives. That would be 3 in a row after they were limited and had to punt on their opening drive. And since then, a couple of touchdowns by Khalik Lockett. Switch ends of the field, and Popacana will try to punch it in. Just short of the goal line, runs for 5 into the hands of Jared Balderas.
Well, you saw that time on the lineup there. They had 3 receivers here to the short side of the field. They had a lot of room out there to the top of your screen, but Akana just cuts it inside there, has an opening, and a good tackle there in the middle, but not before Akana gains about 4.
Brady Payne, the 6', 260 left guard, has been active so far. Doing a good job shoving people around down there. It's a play action, and it's a touchdown to Austin Phillips. His first touchdown catch of the year.
Boy, another great play call there. You saw the play action work to perfection as the Titans came up for the tackle. They were faked out by that play action. A great throw out there, and the touchdown, as you mentioned, to Phillips.
Nice job, and you can see as the season goes along, they're adding a few more wrinkles to what they do.
Absolutely they are. And again, as you see coming into the middle of the season, they needed a little bit of a push there on offense. You're starting to see it now, a lot of creativity here on the offensive side of the ball.
Alex Alvarado 3 for 3 tonight on point afters. 11:27 to play here in the 2nd quarter. 21-0 in favor of the Mustangs on GRS TV.
We are all connected to something bigger than ourselves. Change one thing, change everything. The things we do today have an extraordinary impact on a child's future. A better child, a better world. GISD has a ripple effect on our community. Every lesson can positively affect our future leaders. We are Garland ISD, impacting lives, changing futures. It's what we call the GISD effect.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month in full force tonight here at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. 21-0 in favor of Sachse.
See the pink there representing very well, as you said, breast cancer awareness, and with a Sachse student section there dressed to perfection.
Brendan George able to pad the stats a little bit. He's got 3 touchdown passes already in just a little more than a quarter. South Garland with a chance to return this thing, and they failed to return it. In fact, the ball was taken away. It's going to be a touchdown. They take the ball away, and J.J. Hunt scores the touchdown.
What a crazy play there. Reuben Davis, you saw him bobble the return there. And then let's see what happens here. He just gets stood up and, yeah, trying to pull that ball out is, as you mentioned, number 32 there for the Mustangs. He's able to force it out and then take it into the end zone for a touchdown. J.J. Hunt, great play there on special teams.
J.J. Hunt just takes the ball away. I mean, as he's coming down, just muscles it away from him. And that is a touchdown for Sachse. I don't know how you could score quicker than that.
I think it was about 4 seconds off the clock.
And the Titans trying to get personnel off. They had 12 guys out there on the field. And the point after by Alvarado again. He's had plenty of practice tonight. 28-0 in favor of Sachse. 11-17 to go. Nice play. And that's the one thing that you like about the Sachse team. And not just tonight, but in previous games. They really play to the echo of the whistle. They are constantly, they are nose to the grindstone.
Yeah, one of the things they've been known for is exactly that over the years. They don't give up on plays. They continue to fight, until the whistle. And again, as you see, as the seasons progress, they get better and better week to week. A lot of people had this team buried at 1-5 overall. And, of course, 1-2 in district play, or 1-3, I should say. And, again, they're kind of quietly getting themselves back in the playoff picture, as we've mentioned. And, again, this is a good statement here tonight against this Titan team.
Man, they're mathematically in it. There's no question. They're 2-5 overall, but 2-3 in district. Had a real big upset win last week, as you mentioned, against Garland. It was a one-score game. They felt like they should have only given up 6 points in that first half last week.
Yeah, absolutely. They did come out with a win, though. That's all that matters. And you're right. They, spurred by that big fourth quarter. They had 21 in that fourth quarter after they had trailed 23-20 late in the third in that game, and just again got them back in. I think their team has a lot more confidence now, and you can see tonight, boy, playing really well here against the Titans in the first half.
Ruben Davis makes a little bit of an adjustment from that last kickoff. He didn't waste any time getting vertical that time. He attacked that converging coverage and gets outside the 30. Maybe one of his best returns of the year.
Yeah, I agree with that. And again, they're not doing anything fancy on the return. They're going just straight wedge up the middle. But, that time you saw him, keep the feet going, got out across the 30. Pretty nice return there for Davis.
So Damaso Martinez seeing his group go back out there. And for these guys, it's not necessarily about winning games. It's coming up with the successes within the game. We saw that a ton about 2 or 3 weeks ago when we had their broadcast on GRS TV. This is a club that is well coached, and they continue to fight, and they're building for the future. Here's Alvaro Gonzalez. Gonzalez taking a hard hit off left tackle as a flag flies, and I thought perhaps that might have been helmet to helmet. A hard 6-yard run for Gonzalez.
Yeah, it was, and he was real patient there. If we see the replay again, you're going to see him, kind of heading out to the outside, and he really waits on that block to take place and then kind of scoots out a little further and down the sideline. And we'll check the flag here and see what that call is, but you may be right there, maybe a helmet to helmet hit.
Scott Davis, our lead official, conferencing here. Let's look at it again.
Yes, it gets outside there of that nice block, and then there's that contact you were talking about. It's still no signal yet, but a pretty good run there on first down for the Titans.
Could be a personal foul with targeting here. We'll see.
Discussion. There's no foul on the.
All right, so after the discussion, they went ahead and picked it up. Interesting.
Nice 6-yard gain on that play, however. And, well, I tell you what, if you're the Titans offense, you'll take 6 on first down every time.
Really like Alvaro Gonzalez. He runs hard. He's a converted slot. He's not a speedster 4.8 40, but for a guy his size, it's nice to see him get upfield in a hurry. We see Ruben Davis go down to a knee to secure that ball.
Yeah, play action there on that one as well. Quick throw out to Davis, and unfortunately, looked like he had a little bit of room out there, Scott. But again, when he catches it, he's on his knees, and of course, the play's dead right there.
It's interesting too that Sachse giving them that much cushion. They weren't doing that with those short passes the last couple of drives.
Yeah, and it helps when you're up by 28 as well. You can kind of have your secondary sit back a little bit and not play. But yeah, I'm with you on that.
Gonzalez, a guy that might get the call here on third down and short. And they're quick now to the line of scrimmage. Spread the defense out, run a counter to him, and Gonzalez has the first down. We're right behind the blockers. They move in from the state of Arkansas, doing a good job at running back. Chris Talley with the stop.
Yeah, nice play there, as you called a counter there, and that move gave him just enough room there on the right side between guard and tackle there, pick up the necessary yards for the first down. Another good run for Gonzalez there. Titans may have something going here offensively.
Yeah, you know, you watch the line, and when you see guys that can move like they move, we see Brandon Sierra at that guard spot. He's been coached well. That's Damaso Martinez's strength. He's a line coach. That's a pretty good toss to Canas, as Matos got hit when he released it, and now a flag comes out. He had big-time heat and delivered it on the money.
Yeah, he did, you know, and he got that ball off just when he needed to, and I'm with you, Scott. That was a great throw by the quarterback that time, and right there in the hands. Now, granted, see 2 penalty flags on the field, so we know probably what this call is going to be, but really a good throw there by the quarterback.
It's like a holding call maybe.
Holding. Defense, number 23. It's a 10-yard pass and an automatic first down.
You mentioned a good job that time of getting that pass away, as the blitzer there, the corner, almost gets there, but there's that throw, and right in the hands. Again, a great throw. That holding's going to negate that and give the Titans an automatic first down.
Yeah, Sachse blitzes a lot. They are not scared of that. They've got 8 guys in the box right here. Those safeties are 4 yards from the ball. Here they come again. Throw into the blitz, back shoulder, nice pass. Holland goes up to make the catch. That is a nice pass by Miraco Matos. They get 18 on that play.
Well, and you mentioned it there. They had everybody coming, so you've got that one-on-one coverage outside. Quarterback makes a great decision there, throws it, like you said, that back shoulder. Just a great throw and catch, and another Titan first down.
How about Matos' patience in the pocket?
Well, you got to have it when you've got those blitzing, Sachse Mustangs coming right at you. He's done a great job here on those last couple of plays. See if he can keep it up here, but just a great concept there by the Titans offense.
A lot of grit, a lot of determination, then they go to the ground game. You see how just the little passing game that they've been able to generate here, getting it to the edge and then testing the waters deep, as we see Talley come up to make the play here. But just that proficiency, loosening it up.
Yeah, I saw that counter play once again, worked efficiently for them a couple plays ago, came right back to it that time, and just like you said, after the last couple of passes, that nice counter gets them a good gain there of about 4 yards.
It's an interesting balance between run and pass. It's got to start with the run game. And this offensive line's done a good job. Oh, nice slant to Holland. Holland down inside the 10 in single coverage. What a throw.
Yeah, and that's how you beat a blitzing team, as you get those quick slants and those quick throws. Another good throw that time to the receiver, number 2. Of course, Holland, and a great catch. Titans are in business here, first and goal.
Second 18-yard pass that we have seen the last 3 snaps. And I got to say, this is probably the best we've seen South Garland look offensively.
Yeah, I totally agree. And as you said, it's by mixing those plays. You're seeing a good combination of run and pass, and it's moving them down the field efficiently.
It's first and goal. Use the ground game here. Gonzalez just needed one more block, and he ends up getting driven back and lost a couple.
Yeah, great play by the linebacker that time to step up, fill the gap. As you said, that one more block would have sprung him, but unfortunately, and I think it was 29 there, so that's actually the safety that came up, so good play by him.
It was Tyler Rice that came up there. And they've got Norberg back in that third level. Grayson King. Ivory Chester has seen some time. Boy, I just think that Grayson King, he's one of the better athletes that is not a quarterback in this division. He started the year as a quarterback for Sachse, but they moved him around a little bit.
Yeah, and they'll bring him in a quarterback from time to time. We've seen that in some games this year, but you're right. For not being the starter, I'm with you there. What we've seen from him, he's a very talented young man.
Second delay of game coming up.
Don't. Delay game. Offense. 5 penalties, still second down.
Second delay of game that we have seen. South Garland actually was flagged for a delay right before the first snap of the game offensively.
Titans had 15 yards of offense coming into this series, and they've got a great drive going here. Now let's see if they can punch it in. That penalty does not help, of course.
Oh, what a pass. Drops it right into the bucket, throwing to the corner, but Jaden Holland just could not reel it in.
Yeah, great play call there, the right play call. Holland just not able to hang on to it. Another good throw from the quarterback here. You're going to see it, just kind of airs it out.
Man, you can't put it in a better spot than that.
You can't. Yeah, Holland, I guarantee if you asked him after the game, he's going to say, I should have had that one. Unfortunately, not able to come up with it, and it's going to be third down now for the Titans.
Jaden Holland came in with 8 grabs. That would have been his 3rd touchdown catch of the year. Just a sophomore. We've got a couple of sophomores in McNeil, Borner, Holland. This is over the middle. Contact before the ball got there. Still hangs on. He's got the touchdown. What a pass. What a catch. Jaden Holland this time targeted again, and there's touchdown number 3.
Yeah, and how about the run after the contact that time as he gets hit on that quick slant. Look at this, around the, 6-yard line, and is able to keep those feet going, so that's about 6 yards, the run after the catch, and a great touchdown for Holland.
I thought J.J. Hunt got there a little early.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought kind of surprised we didn't see the flag. As it turns out, it doesn't matter as the touchdown made by Holland.
South Garland on the board here. This could be returned for 2 points. Boy, this is the second time J.J. Hunt's been in on a special teams play. And it's 2 points for the Mustangs. Even when it goes right, it goes wrong for the Titans.
Yeah, I was just about to say the Titans with that great drive, and then, unfortunately on the extra point, you get it blocked and returned for the 2-point conversion. Boy, I tell you, great drive by the Titans that time, but a shame that they gave up those 2.
Just pressure from the edge, and Hunt came unblocked.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Hunt comes in unblocked. Looked like a little bit of a high snap, and that maybe threw off the holder just a little bit, and that's how he got in there. And, boy, it's always nice when you see that edge guy not only make the block, but then scoops it and runs for 2.
Boy, that's a talent, too. That takes some athleticism.
Yes, it does.
Take some luck. Got to get a good bounce. And a scoop and a 2-point conversion, 30-6. So they're only able to, shrink the lead, only able to close it 4 points there.
Only 4. And as I mentioned, they had 15 yards of total offense, coming into that drive. They're sitting now at 79. So, again, a 64-yard drive that time for the Titans. So, good way for their offense to get things going here. Let's see if they can continue to get things rolling here as we have about, half a quarter remaining here until half.
$28-6 was the score. Going for the extra point, and now it is 30-6. So, unfortunate mishap there. But when those mishaps occurred, Damaso Martinez really trying to teach his group to have a short memory. You can't let it get you down. You got to keep fighting the most important play of the game. Always the next one.
That's exactly right. And again, as you said, a teaching time for Coach Martinez, and he'll have these kids, ready for the next one.
Well, Grayson King's the last guy you want to see return the ball against you. He's got some tremendous athleticism. He takes a hard shot just shy of the 40. And he converted quarterback, now doing some work in the secondary, and he can run the football too. I've been impressed with his running back capability.
Yeah, absolutely. You've seen him have some big touchdowns this season, like you said, at the running back position. Another one of those weapons for the Mustangs that they can throw out at, really any position on the field.
This touchdown go to wide receiver. There's a throw underneath. This one goes to Santana Quinn. Quinn lost the ball, and the Titans have it. They may have ruled him to be down there at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, well,
we're still talking about it.
That's exactly what I was going to mention. It looked to me like he may have been down on the play. We'll take a look at it here with the slow motion. You're going to see the hit come right here, and let's see if he's got a knee down. Boy, it's hard to tell from that replay. It looked like his left knee may have been down, so this is going to be a decision here. But they are going to give it to the Titans, it looks like.
How about that? The call on the field stands.
Marlon Choice is the one that recovered that, so a good play there by the Titans. And let's see if they can strike quickly here. Here's a look at the replay again, where you can see right there is the knee down before the ball comes out. Hard to tell, but Titans get the benefit of the call.
Now the Titans are going to go back to Reuben Davis. And Reuben Davis able to run after the catch. 15 more, and the Titans rolling here.
Yeah, another one of those quick hitters, and he's able to get away from the would-be tackler there to pick up the first down. Watch this right here. A good block outside as well. You see right here, he breaks the one tackle, gets those extra yards. A nice run after the catch that time for number 5, Reuben Davis.
30-6, South Garland. They post the touchdown, the 11-yard toss on their last drive. And I tell you what, they're making adjustments within the game, which leads you to believe that even though they're down here on the scoreboard, they're still able to come up with some plays. They're operating as if they don't know they're down.
Exactly, and that's exactly what you want from this offense. You mentioned it. The coach has them playing with confidence. Even though they get behind in these games, they still play hard till the end.
And because traditionally, the last few weeks, that just has not been the case. And Damaso Martinez just has been harping on his team day after day. It doesn't make any difference. The next play is the most important. They go to the sideline here through the hands of Holland, who might have heard footsteps there from a converging safety.
Yeah, that was just one of those situations where he heard the footsteps, took his eye off the ball before he had the catch. And again, another good throw by Martos here, but watch the eyes there. They come off the ball as he's hearing those footsteps, as you mentioned, and not able to come up with it.
And, you look at the numbers here, and obviously the passing numbers aren't going to be what you want them to be. He's thrown for 72 yards, but he's attempted 10 passes, Matos. Of the 10, I want to know how many have come with heat on him.
Oh, I think most of them for sure.
I mean, 7, maybe 8?
At least.
3rd down and 7, a flag flies. And maybe another delay penalty.
False start. Offense number 62. Penalties, 3rd down.
Well, you're really putting your quarterback in a bad spot. It's 3rd down and 14.
Yeah, that's the one thing they don't want to be is behind the chains here. And, you saw on that first down play, they didn't get much on the run game. And then with that incomplete pass, really sets them up. And now with this procedure call, pushes them back a little bit further. So see what the Titans have in store. Now, they had a 3rd and long, 3rd and goal, but it was long on their last one. They were able to cover with a nice throw.
Heat again with a blitz. They don't have to get it all back here. A throw underneath to the crossing Bill Curtis out of his range. Flag on the far side of the field.
Try to get Martos outside again that time. You saw him roll out to his right. Again, that pressure came, as you mentioned, and he's able to just throw it away. But this is a big flag here.
Yeah, it is. If this is against the defense, probably going to be an automatic first, depending on what it is. Scott Davis and his crew conferring again. They've been busy here in the first half. 30-6. Wild and Zaney had a touchdown a moment ago by South Garland, and the extra point was blocked and returned for 2 points.
No foul on the play.
Seen a couple of those where they picked it up.
Second one we've seen, at least, yep.
So South Garland looking at 3rd down, close to 13. Got to have the 21.
3rd down, 13.
Carlos Barocio, offensive coordinator. What can he dig out of the bag here?
And I believe it's 4th down.
It is. Sorry, 4th down. 4th and 13.
Yeah, they're going to keep the offense on the field. I think it's the right call down in the game. Of course, by 24.
This may be a free play.
Yeah, I agree with you. Here we go.
Fade, got a man open. He had Bill Curtis up the sideline, decided to throw it to Holland, who was running the seam route.
I saw the same thing you saw that time, and yeah, he was right there on the sideline. He's just not able to pick him up.
Offsides. Defense. Penalty, replay, 4th down.
So it was a free play. It'll instead be 4th and 9. Had a chance. And Holland's been his go-to guy tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's what they were looking for. And he knew it was a free play, so he was just going to throw it deep to see if he could get something. But, boy, if he would have spotted his receiver down the sideline, that may have been 6.
4th and 8. And look out, that ball is forced, and it is picked off. An interception by Jimenez, that his 2nd of the year, and he returns it out beyond the 20-yard line. So, hey, listen, you don't have anything to lose there. If you force it and it gets picked, so be it.
Yeah, that was the first. Martos has done, lots of things well. That was not a good throw that time. He was looking for his receiver, number 8, Jonas Brown. But as you said, no harm, no foul, works just like a punt. But really the first, bad decision I think Martos has made here in this first half.
Sachse takes it back over their own 23-yard line. 4:12 to go. Boy, talk about a gaping hole. That is a big one there. And we'll see Harris running that ball. Antonio Wilkerson making the stop. Harris's first carry. He's got 8.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy handoff, and you saw really the guard come across there and with a kick-out block, and that's what really sprung that. But as you said, just really a big hole. Great job by that offensive line of the Mustangs.
This is a handoff here to Grayson King. Makes a cut for a first down. He gets close to 9. Jared Balderas makes the tackle.
Yeah, another nice play that time as they were just going to sweep to the outside. See the blockers pulling right there. King cuts it back inside. And another big run for him and a first down.
Mark Barron's wanting to go to some of the second-string guys early in this game. They just don't want to get anybody hurt. This is Victor Jesus Gutierrez running the option. And a nice play. Grayson King again down inside the 35. And 25 more for King.
What a nice change of pace there as they run the option, as you mentioned. So here's the option coming back to the right, and he makes the right decision by pitching there. And then King does the rest down the sideline.
King kind of runs with a high center of gravity, but he's hard to tackle. Jared Balderas has had a good first half. Came in with 48 stops. He's got a nose for the ball. They can play him inside or outside. And trying to shake off an injury a couple of weeks ago. This has been all Sachse so far.
Oh, he's got a wide
Gutierrez down the right side, juggled, caught, touchdown. Jet Creel. Believe it or not, that is Jet Creel's first touchdown catch of the year. And this senior had an amazing junior campaign.
He did, and they have not been utilizing him, but this was a pretty easy one to find him wide open. Boy, almost dropped it there. Yeah. He was so wide open, maybe he lost a little bit of concentration. But, yeah, it's kind of shocking. Creel was a real big part of their offense last year, and he's been quiet for the most part this season. Good to see him get a touchdown here against the Titans.
Yeah, Creel says, Coach, let's go with Gutierrez a little more often, as the point after is through. 37-6 in favor of Sachse. 2:29 here in the second quarter on GRS TV. Jet Creel coming up his first touchdown catch of the year. Gutierrez, number 2 quarterback, utilized here. Victor Jesus Gutierrez, 6'1" senior, throwing his second touchdown pass of the year. He had 10 attempts coming in, and one of those was a touchdown. He has the 1 touchdown and the 1 pick, now 2 touchdown passes, and he's over the 100-yard mark.
Yeah, and you know what? A nice drive by him as quarterback. As you said, he doesn't get to play a whole lot, but in on that series and really flawless. from the Mustang offense. He drove them right down the field and scored the touchdown on the nice pass to Krill.
Sachse's had the advantage on pretty much every return so far. Tackled at the 25-yard line. 37-6, Sachse all over South Garland tonight. But again, this is really about preparation for the next couple of weeks for Sachse coming in. They still have Wiley and North Garland. Now, you look at a couple of teams like Rowlett, who we'll see tomorrow night. They've got a tough game tomorrow with Lakeview, and then they've got to play Wiley East. So that's going to be tough. It's still a chance to get that fourth spot if you're Rowlett, but they have a tough row to hoe.
Yeah, they're going to have to
getting it to Holland here, and Holland up the right side gets into Sachse territory. Nice run after the catch. 28 yards on that throw and catch.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they found a little something here with Holland, and another good quick throw out by Martos, and as you said, watch him here. He's able to break that one tackle, stay on his feet, and then the run after the catch, big on that play. He gets across midfield.
Boy, Holland having a terrific night tonight. That is his fifth grab. He is now close to 90 yards. He's got a touchdown. He's averaging almost 20 yards a catch. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Spread them out, got some room, nice run, ball's loose. Fumbled the ball, and I think South Garland might have been able to hop on it. They did. That is great hustle, great effort. That ball's loose, you got to get out on the ground and get it. Really nice effort by the Titans, and it looked like it might have been Jonas Brown.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, because when he fumbles this ball right there, it looks like Sachse Mustangs are all around it, but then here comes the Titan player in there to swoop in and fall on it. So great play by him, and a heads-up play to have the or maintain, I should say, the offense for the Titans.
They get 14 off the Gonzalez fumble. 1st and 10 now. Pressure, nice timing route again. Holland, but he can't hold on to it. Ball was there.
Another good pass from Martos that time, and boy, we've seen Holland drop a couple of these now. In his defense, the defense really there. Watch the hit come right as the ball arrives, but again, another one of those balls, I bet if you ask Holland, he'll say, I should have caught that one.
It was a well-timed hit, though, by Kyler Lacey, a junior cornerback, 6'1", 170. He had 17 tackles coming in. They're pretty deep at that cornerback spot. They've got 3 guys. They've got C.J. Wells, Jaylene Jimenez, and Kyler Lacey that can play corner. 2nd and 10, they go with a screen. It's effective here. Gonzalez with a great run after the catch. Down inside the 10. 26 on the screen.
Yeah, the one problem is there is a flag sitting back at the 40-yard line. But yeah, just a great call here. And you see the pitch out there to Gonzalez. And, again, he's got a lot of running room.
Offense, 77. 10 yard. Replay, 2nd down.
Well, that is unfortunate with a holding call. That will negate not only a well-designed play, but a call right at the right time by Carlos Barocio, who is the offensive coordinator for the South Garland Titan team.
Yeah, let's take a look at it again here. See if we can pick up the holding. You're going to get it right there in the middle of your screen as the rush was coming. But, yeah, just look at the blockers out there, and great blocking outside as well to really spring the runner there all the way down. They would have had it 1st and goal at the 6, but the holding penalty negates it.
It's Brandon Sierra, who has been in and out of the lineup in different spots due to injury this year. 2nd and 20. Gonzalez nose forward, and the hole plugged up. South Garland's got a man down right here.
Yeah, you see that play call, even at the college level a lot. They'll bring that wide receiver all the way across the field, and they're hoping that the flow of the defense goes with that receiver. But you saw the straight handoff up the middle, and boy, Sachse was not fooled on that play. Is no gain on it.
Ruben Davis comes hobbling off. Gives us a chance to take a timeout. 37-6 in favor of Sachse on GRS TV.
The Garland ISD Education Foundation provides resources to support and enrich education for all students in the Garland Independent School District. Every dollar donated helps fund innovative teaching and learning initiatives. Choose today to impact a better tomorrow. For more information and to learn how you can give, Visit GISDEdFoundation.org.
Down in almost 20 here, and Gonzalez on a draw play. Doesn't get much. You see the Mustangs gang tackling. Chris Talley, he came to play tonight. That weak side linebacker had 50 stops last year, 32 this year. Doing a nice job up front.
Yeah, it was an interesting call there on that third down and long, third and almost 20, and you go with the draw there. So
it shows you that they don't want to punt. They were just trying to set them up for some kind of a better fourth down play.
yeah, exactly. They're going to keep the offense on the field here, as you said. And, hoping to spring maybe something there, maybe get, half of that yardage back, as you said, Scott.
They'd probably have to call a timeout at this point. Play clock's already down to 5, and they don't have a play called. Game clock down to 19.
Timeout, South Garland.
South will call the timeout.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me there, with that fourth down, you're going to go ahead. You're probably going to throw it deep here anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well let as much clock run off because you don't want to certainly give Sachse more time, if this is incomplete, if they don't make the fourth down. So another good decision, I believe, by the coach there to let the clock run down, call the timeout. Let's talk about our fourth down play and see if we can get a first down.
You see Damaso Martinez meeting with his guys. If the goal tonight coming in was to make certain that you kept fighting when the chips were down, so far, first 24 minutes, it has been mission accomplished for South Garland. They have put together some really nice plays tonight.
Yeah, A-plus certainly here in the first half. They've a couple of breaks have gone against them, obviously, with the 2-point conversion, the blocked extra point and turned it to a 2-point conversion. But, yeah, for the most part, I think they've executed well here in the first half, certainly what Coach Martinez likes.
Safeties are 30 yards from the line of scrimmage. They don't want to give up anything deep.
Timeout. Sachse.
Sachse wanted to kind of see the formation. They went 2-by-2 there. They kept the running back, Gonzalez, back there just because Sachse blitzes so much, just in case.
Yep, so as you said, they've got those timeouts on the board. You can go ahead and call one here and maybe change up things based on the formation you saw there from the Titans.
Senior night tonight for South Garland.
Senior night.
Fans enjoying the action.
Yeah, it's surprising, when you really think about how fast this season has gone. Again, we're, as you probably mentioned here in the opener, Scott, that, we're at week 8 of the season. But for some of these, teams, this is their 9th ball game. So we're almost to the end. And, we've talked a lot about it. Of course, you got Wiley sitting there, really on top of everybody.
Yeah.
In district play at 5-0, and you got Naaman sitting in great shape at 4-1. But boy, just that big mix there in the middle for the last 2 playoff spots.
Safeties have now been pulled up to normal. Matos did not break it outside. Somehow eludes pressure initially, but he gets swarmed under nonetheless. Was in jail from the outset, and it will be a turnover on downs as we see Sachse take it over inside of 10 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to have 9 seconds. They're going to have 2 timeouts remaining. So we'll see if they want to try, something deep here. But, again, really nothing there for the Titans on offense. You saw Marto scramble outside, trying to pick up as much as he could. But, obviously, 4th down and 17, you're not going to get that. So,
Coach Barron's, again, one of his keys was to execute early, get on top, and then try to play his bench as much as possible. With a couple of big weeks, you don't want to get anybody hurt. And they went with Gutierrez last possession, and that's who's in here. And they'll draw here on the last play of the half. Haygood, a rare first half carry, and that ends the first half. So, at the end of 24 minutes, Sachse on top as expected. A big lead at the break, 37-6 in favor of the Mustangs on GRS TV.
Hello, my name is Joseph Figueroa, Director of Fine Arts for Garland ISD. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you to our halftime show. Our students and staff have worked many hours to prepare for tonight's performance. Thank you for supporting our Fine Arts program as we continue our tradition of excellence. So, without further delay,
Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Sachse High School, your 5-time national champion, Swingsters drill team, will take the field for your halftime entertainment. The Swingsters sergeants are Sophomore Sergeant Hayden Gibson, Sophomore Sergeant Jennifer Lynn, Junior Sergeant Sabrina Lynn, and Junior Sergeant...
Jasmine Hernandez Lula. Jasmine is a former member of the Countdown and is a section leader of the committee. She has been escorted by her mother, Marcela Ramirez, and father Antonio Hernandez. Jasmine plans to attend Texas A&M and pursue to be a veterinarian. Juan Lorenzo. Juan is a former lieutenant of the Countdown and is a leader of the committee. He has been escorted by his sister Darlene Lorenzo. Juan plans to attend St. Axel and pursue being a caregiver. Diana Macarena. Diana is a former member of the Countdown and is the vice president of the group. She is being escorted by her mother, Irma Ramos, and father, Sidonio Macarena. Diana plans to attend Dallas College. Ashley Mayorga. Ashley is a former member of the Countdown and is a Countdown section leader. She is being escorted by her father, Aristotle Mayorga. Ashley plans to attend the Culinary Institute of America and pursue becoming a chef. Haley Mundo. Haley is a former member of the Countdown and is the cook chef. She is being escorted by her mother, Ruby, and her sister, Laura. Haley plans to attend a separate college and pursue pharmacy. Brittany Ochoa Reyes. Brittany is a former member of the Countdown. She is being escorted by her father, Alejandro Ochoa, and brothers. Brittany plans to attend Dallas College and pursue to become a forensic scientist. Edgar Ponce. Edgar is a former member of the Countdown and is part of the food section. He is being escorted by Hudson Dory. Edgar plans to attend TCU and Texas Tech and pursue aviation, professional 3D design, and software development. Oscar Torres. Oscar is a former member of the Countdown and is the development section. He is being escorted by his mother, Anna. Oscar plans to attend Texas A&M and pursue criminal justice. Devin Ojeda. Devin has been a member of the Countdown for 4 years. Initially, he plays as a female. He is escorted by his mother, Daniel Ojeda, and her father, Miguel Ojeda. He plans to attend the University of Austin, Texas, and pursue being biology. After high school, Oscar plans to rest up and recharge before pursuing his career goals. And lastly, the band bow and sweetheart. Your 2022 band bow is Juan Lorenzo. And sweetheart is Sable Cook. We want to thank all the seniors and their parents for all of their hard work and support for the years. Everyone give it up one more time for the class of 2023 Titan Band students.
At Homer B. Johnson Stadium, all Sachse tonight, 37-6 on the scoreboard. A lot of early scoring and a lot of great passing to start as we take a look at our first half highlights tonight. The Sachse team coming in, they win last week against Garland, and they needed to win tonight and two more just to even have a shot at getting that fourth and final position in 9-6A. It's a log jam right now with everybody but probably South Garland. And from the get-go, George did a great job hitting Khalid Lockett, one of 2 touchdown passes to the young sophomore. And there he is again, this time doing it with his feet, breaking tackles. Khalid Lockett making it 14-0. He's special.
Yes, he is. You see, again, as you said, those 2 touchdown catches early on. You saw a thing of beauty on that first one where he's able to hold on to it there in the end zone.
The RPO, they find Austin Phillips for the first time all year. Tight end type to play the slot. Doing a really good job on the underneath route. And then the ensuing kickoff taken away by J.J. Hunt.
Securing the ball well.
It was a 3-touchdown lead, and within the blink of an eye, it was a 4-touchdown lead, 28-0. But then Mirko Matos hits the sophomore Holland for the score. He was really their big wide receiver and their major target in that first half to cut it to a 28-6 ball game. But then the 2-point conversion was returned for a touchdown. They go back, and this time it's Jet Creel from Gutierrez, the number 2 quarterback, finding Creel, who reels in his first touchdown grab of the year.
Yeah, Creel's first touchdown pass, as we said, kind of surprising, but a nice job there by the Sachse offense, and a bunch of the backups playing on that series, which worked well for them.
We're set to go here in the second half. Homer B. Johnson Stadium, kind of winding it down. You and I were kind of talking at halftime how, with week 0, we only got a couple of games left here, and some of these teams have already played 8 and sometimes 9 games, depending on who it is. South Garland gets the second half kickoff, and Sachse well coached. They end up stringing it out as Bill Curtis fails to get to the 25-yard line. So that's where Sachse will begin. In fact, he's short of the 20.
Yeah, they were trying to get to the outside. They were trying to set up that outside wedge, and just, again, the pursuit of the Mustangs there did a good job to string it out. And as you said, not good field position here to start the half. The Colonel, or boy, I tell you what, 2 years in, and I'm still calling them the Colonels. The Titans, 7 first downs in that first half. They had 135 total yards. Really a couple of really nice drives, towards the end of that first half got them to that 135 yards. And we'll talk a little bit more about the first half stats here coming up.
Well, Mirko Matos was 8 of 16 to start, and he's got a man open here. But Jonas Brown, a little bit concerned about taking a hit, doesn't reel it in and takes the hit anyway.
Yeah, another one of those quick slants, and looked like the ball was placed really well, and he's just not able to hold on to it. Took a pretty good shot at the end of the play. Looks like he may be shaken up here a little bit.
First play of the half of the quarter here, and already an injury.
Yeah, there's that quick throw out, and again, a good throw, and then takes a big shot. Nothing dirty there. I mean, just really a kind of a forearm to the shoulder area, and he's able to get up, so that is a good sign for him.
That might have scared him more than anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
He knew the hit was coming.
Yeah, big hit, too. I mean, let's not discount that, but good to see him up and headed towards the sideline. Real quick, Scott, just to mention again that 135 total yards, 21 on the ground, but of course had the big yardage through the air, 114 yards passing. They did have 5 penalties for 36. A couple of those crucial on those touchdown, one on that touchdown drive, one on one where they were driving for the touchdown. So need to kind of clean up the penalties. And then the big stat, of course, the 3 turnovers in that first half.
It's interesting. We talked about how Matos was so efficient as they try to run power here on 2nd down and 10, but the clock stopped.
Ball start. Offense, number 76. 2nd down.
We'll run out of the gate penalty here on South Garland. But, yeah, they're averaging about 115 a game, so they hit their average at the half.
Well, and as we said, they had, really in that second quarter, had 2 really nice drives. One, where they scored the touchdown. Had another one where they really had, we're going to have a 1st and goal, but a penalty negated that one. So 2 really good drives in that first half, and a pretty good first half offensively for them.
Probably as efficient as we've seen the Titans this year. Underneath, I don't know how big of a window that was. That's pretty tight with C.J. Wells converging in on Reuben Davis, but he's able to haul it in.
Yeah, we've talked about it all first half. The Mustangs get in quickly on defense, so he's got to get rid of that ball in a hurry. He does so, and a good throw into that tight window, as you mentioned. And, he's really had a good night throwing the ball. I mean, most of these passes have been on the money.
He has, and we talked about C.J. Wells and the cornerbacks before. Wells, a guy that actually played 4 or 5 games as a freshman last year. Vocal guy, and he made a nice play there. It's 3rd down and 9. Matos directing wide receivers here to kind of spread out. They're going to blitz, and before that, a timeout called by South Garland.
Yeah, they had to. A little confusion there offensively, as you saw. They couldn't get the right players lined up in the right spot. Had to use the timeout as the play clock was expiring.
So not a good timeout there, but South Garland will regroup and give us a chance to sort of talk about the standings a little bit. You and I were talking at halftime, too, about what a logjam we've got. This is a 9-team district. 8 teams are alive right here for a playoff spot. We'll see Rowlett and Lakeview tomorrow night. That'll be the game featured on GRS TV. And Rowlett may have the hardest schedule remaining. They've got to play Lakeview tomorrow night and then Wiley East just to have a chance.
Yeah, Rowlett, they're really on the outside looking in. They do, as you said, still have a chance, but they've got a real tough schedule ahead of them. And then, as we've mentioned in the first half, we got really in that middle of the pack. Lakeview, Wiley, Garland, North Garland, Sachse, Rowlett, all kind of bunched up. It's going to be interesting to see how these last 3 weeks play out. Here's a look at the standings here on your screen. You can see right there, starting with Lakeview, between Lakeview to Rowlett, you've really got just one win separating those 6 teams.
We'll take a more in-depth look at those standings in a little bit. That ball deflected on 3rd down and 9 and ends up being picked off in the middle. An interception here by Sachse on a ball thrown underneath that gets volleyballed up into the air.
Yeah, they were looking for just kind of an inside screen that time and maybe came in a little too hot there. Pass deflected, as you said, straight up in the air. The Mustangs able to take it for the interception.
So Brunswick with the interception. That his first of the year. You can see where he was surprised about it. 1st and 10. Now as Sachse takes it over.
Yeah, the 4th turnover of the game for the Titans. Certainly what they did not need to come out here to start the half. Sachse with the short field.
Throw it into the flat. Brendan George. This may have a chance for a score here, but it's shoved out of bounds. Shy of the goal line.
Well, we talked about Sachse in that first half. Here we'll take a quick look. A quick throw out to the receiver. Then he just gets to the outside there on the boundary and almost able to get it in for the touchdown. The Mustangs had 12 first downs in that first half, 256 total yards, very efficient. 121 through the air, 135 on the ground. So a very balanced attack for the Mustangs in the first half.
Hanks, the junior, picking up 17 yards on that play. Throw it back to the near side to a wide open Jaden Cunningham. There was no one on the backside of that play. I mean, there wasn't a linebacker in the same zip code.
Yeah, the quarterback looks to the right, and you saw the whole Titan defense flow to the right side, left that middle screen wide open. It's really the same play that the Titans tried to run on the interception. This time, nobody at home for South Garland. An easy touchdown for the Mustangs.
So Jaden Cunningham with a touchdown reception, his first of the year. The point after is good for Alex Alvarado. 10:34 to play. All Sachse tonight, 44-6 on GRS TV. Jaden Cunningham with a 3-yard touchdown reception there. A little flip on the backside. And so a short field after the interception by Brunswick. Sachse able to turn the pick into a score. Second time that they have done that tonight. 3rd interception, by the way.
Yeah, as we mentioned, four turnovers on the night for the Titans. And you just can't do that against a team like Sachse. Really has cost them. And again, starting out the second half, you're going to get the ball first, and then to have that turnover right off the bat, it just really kind of takes the wind out of your sails.
This is a live football, went right through the hands of Bill Curtis, and we'll see what the ruling is. It'll be a touchback. Boy, that is dangerous territory right there.
Well, I'm not an official, but I'm not sure that's the right call. The ball was knocked into the end zone, so I'm not sure how that can be a touchback. But
I think Scott Davis, the official, may put that thing down at the 1.
Yeah, they may be putting it at the 1, but again, that was the return team.
Ball placed at the 1 yard line.
The only thing I can think is they said he had possession and maybe the knee was down, but boy, an interesting call there by the officials. Let's see if we can pick it up here. We got a slow motion replay. The awesome camera crew here, GRS TV. Yeah, I guess what they're saying, he never had control of the ball.
No, that should
though.
be a touchback.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. To me, it's a live ball still.
But once it hits the goal line, of course, he touched it out of the end zone, so it is a live ball. But did they rule that South Garland recovered it? Had to have.
They had to have. Yeah, that must be. But again, any recovery had to have been in the end zone. Weird call there.
Now they've got to decide whether or not this is a safety. And they'll give him credit here. Mirko Matos got it out of there.
Boy, that was dangerous right there as you saw Martos look there. It may have been even a busted play there to start, and he's just able to get that ball across the end line. Boy, Titans on offense, they are up against it. This is a tough spot to be playing from inside the 1.
Inside of 10 minutes here in the third. 44-6. Well, you thought the sledding was tough earlier. Now you're 99 yards away. They're just going to hand this thing off. Try to get it out of there. Sachse, the teeth of their defense is the middle.
Yeah, they're going to give him momentum to the 1. Again, nothing fancy there. As you said, just a straight handoff up the middle. See if you can get away from the goal line. I thought maybe they'd look for one of those quick slants again. They've been pretty effective with that tonight. But here's the handoff again. Nothing fancy, right up the middle, gets out of the end zone. He gets pushed back into the end zone, but again, the momentum had him at about the 1.
It's Bill Curtis on that last run for South Garland. It's interesting, though, the parity within this district. And about this time of the year, no matter what district you're talking about, they're all looking at it. They may say they're not, but they're looking to see if they've got a chance. 3rd and long. That's a nice throw. Jonas Brown, I do believe, the target there. Brown caught it for a first down.
Yeah, caught it on the knee again. Just nothing fancy, just a play action and a slant right there, knee down, but a good throw and catch, and that gets South Garland the much-needed first down.
That's 13-yard connection to move the sticks. Those have been few and far between tonight. It's the 8th first down for South Garland, compared to Sachse's 13. 154 total yards for the Titans. First down and 10. That's a nice move right here by Bill Curtis. He's got some speed, and boy, did he take a shot. That may be the hardest hit levied of the game. That is a cornerback, Stevie McCown, who has a flag thrown on it. They may be concerned about targeting.
Yeah, even if they don't get targeting there, it looked like at the end of the play may have been taunting as well, as you saw. You know, and again, these are high school kids. They come up with a big hit. I mean, you know, they get a little excited. Nothing wrong with that, but I think, you know, he kind of got there in the face of the South Garland running back. But I think you're right, though. I think the initial call is going to be for at least a targeting or a helmet-to-helmet hit. It looked like a good hit to me.
The cornerbacks are really aggressive on this team.
Foul on the play. The discussion was about target.
Yeah, they were discussing targeting there. That is a hard hit and clean hit by McCown.
Boy, nice run, though. You saw the inside-out move there. Gets to the outside. Here comes that big hit.
Got him with the shoulder. It wasn't the helmet.
Exactly. So good job by the officials there to pick up the flag.
Counter to Curtis, and he's able to bounce it. And Curtis gets 11 with another penalty flag coming in.
Yeah, you got several penalty flags. You also have a Mustang with a helmet on the turf as well.
Really like Bill Curtis, senior. Guy that had been played with injury earlier this year.
Personal foul. Number 90 of the defense. Continuation of play without his helmet. That's 15 yards from the end of the and an automatic first down.
Yeah, it's one of those penalties they get. It's a safety, call.
It
once a player loses a helmet, they're not supposed to, try to get back in the play. But again, instinctually as a player, you want to keep playing. So There you go. You can see him right there trying to run after to make the tackle, and that's where you get the call.
Yeah, and he pulled up after about 2 or 3 steps, realizing it. Going to run a pitch here, an option pitch to Curtis, and Curtis fighting to try to get close to the 40-yard line. That's a nice, tough run. Curtis has shown the ability to run in the open field, and now lowering his helmet, getting some extra yards with Brunswick making the stop.
Yeah, great option call here. You see the pitch out, and Curtis, like you said, 3 runs in a row here. Pretty solid runs for that young man, and he's had some pretty good yardage.
I think Gonzalez, Curtis, and Ruben Davis as well. 3 really solid options, but Bill Curtis, again, the senior, he's a speed back. But there, you saw him finishing off the run like a champion. That was a really nice finish.
Yeah, the first 2 runs you saw pretty elusive where he kind of kicked it outside. And that time, as you said, just kind of powered over the would-be tackler. So good runs there by Curtis.
2nd down and 5. Single coverage. Good effort, though, by Canas to try to reel it in. But, again, the cornerbacks and safeties are really strong, and that time it was Stevie McCown who makes another good play on this drive.
Yeah, coverage has been there pretty much all night. Again, quarterback with another nice throw there, Martos, but the defense is there, gets a hand in there. There's a look at the young man right there and a nice play.
And I believe that's McCown's 2nd breakup tonight, which would put him at 5 on the season. He had 3 coming into the game.
Yeah, that's correct. That's the 2nd one I have for him as well.
But going back to that play where, he lost his helmet, if you're Mark Behrens, you don't coach that. You don't tell your guys to quit playing.
Yeah, that's why that rule is so tough.
Bill Curtis, again, this time pushed backwards. That's almost like 3 seconds in the lane in basketball. There's not a coach around that coaches. You never tell your guys that. I guarantee you those words are never uttered on the football field in practice.
Exactly. You see the handoff here to Curtis, and we get through the initial Mustang defender there, but then 3 defenders there to wrap him up. It is 4th down here, but it looks like the Titans going to go for it.
Including Brunswick and Brown. 4th and 5 here for the Titans. Pressure, again, they roll away from it. What a play call. Oh, my gosh, what execution. And Jonas Brown, again, they turned him into a grease stain.
He said rolls out to his left, throws across his body, a difficult throw and a great catch. Then he gets blown up there by number 38, as you said. But, boy, good concentration there by Brown to hang on to it and pick up the 1st down.
Boy, Jacob Dillard just ran right through. That is as form a tackle as you'll see. Just formed him up.
Yeah, great tackle on the play. We've seen some pretty good tackling tonight by the Mustangs on defense. There's another example of it on that last play.
And again, the back end of the defense is so physical. Ball gets batted right back into the face of Matos.
Yeah, incomplete pass there all the way. But once again, that pressure coming from both sides comes up there. He tries to get rid of it, but able to knock it down as one of the Mustang defenders.
Nice looking drive, though, right here by the Titans.
See, the pressure comes there, and I believe that was 42 that got the hand on it. Jake Brumbaugh, and it just knocks it right back in the face of Matos. So incomplete pass there, but a nice job on defense there by Sachse.
2nd and 10 for South Garland. 5:13 and counting. Mirko Matos. We're going to put a lot more option in tonight, and it has helped out. Matos even finishing off the run. This is a really physical drive right here for South Garland.
It is, and Matos made the right call on that read. Watch this. Sticks it in the breadbasket, pulls it out. Look at the hole right up there, and then even runs over a Mustang defender there to end it. A great run by Matos and a nice job by the quarterback.
That's Matos with a 13-yard run. We saw Curtis with 3 straight runs of over 10 earlier in the drive. 2 runs of 13 and an 11-yard run. Did a good job on the ground, and that's not been their specialty. They'll keep it on the ground here to Bill Curtis, who never could quite get accelerated and only gets 1.
Well, I tell you what, Curtis, his eyes got big when he saw the little bit of a hole, but as you said, it closed in a hurry. Tried to shoot through there, right there between the guard and the tackle, and it closed.
And this unofficially is the 12th play of this drive that, remember, began from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Nice drive.
Yeah, big throw on that 3rd down play to get him away from the end zone. And then they've been driving ever since.
2nd and 9, they fake it to Curtis. That's a nice move by Matos, but too much speed for the Mustangs. He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you're going to see the fake handoff here by Matos. He then keeps it himself. Boy, I tell you, Mustangs, again, they've got a lot of pressure coming up the field. Wouldn't be surprised if the Titans run another screen at him here coming up. But there you go. Matos, makes the right decision by hanging on to it there, but again, just too much pressure up front by the Mustangs.
And this is approaching a 7-minute drive. 3rd and 9. Pressure again, rolling away, heave it up. He's got a man, makes the catch. What a job by Holland to adjust to it. He's got it.
Boy, and they lost Holland on that play. I don't know what happened to the Sachse secondary on that one, but again, Matos, here comes the pressure. He's just going to throw it up, and a great catch. Nice concentration there by Holland. We've seen him drop a couple of those tonight. This one, he said, I'm not dropping. We're going to have a 1st and goal.
Hey, Holland's a young sophomore. He's already got a touchdown pass. He moves the sticks, picks up 18. This is going to be a program record for a touchdown drive if they can put it in.
Yeah, it will be 99 yards. And they are 2 yards away.
Go with the pistol. Bill Curtis dotting. Give it to him. And he gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, and that time we saw him slide to the right side, Scott, and I think if he would have kept it to the left, he may have had enough to score here. Let's take a look at the replay. Look at the left side of the line right there, but he kind of slides to his right.
A lot of penetration, and this is where you really need your center and your guards. Brown, the outside backer who's a backup, made that last play. You really need Sierra, that left guard, to come up big here. 2nd and goal, this time from the 4. Option, Curtis trying to cut back, and they force him back inside, loses one here.
Yeah, good job that time of not losing containment by the Mustangs. As you said, gets to the outside, forces Curtis to come back in, and that's where the help is there, making the tackle. And again, a loss of a yard on that run as well.
Well, I think you can probably expect some sort of play action or roll the pocket at this point. It's been beneficial for Matos and the Titans.
Yeah, their biggest plays have really come, outside of those quick slants, really when he's rolled out. We saw even on this drive earlier where he rolled to his left and threw across his body for a 1st down. So I'm in full agreement with you here.
Unofficially, the 16th play of this Titan drive. They're going to go option Curtis. Green and a touchdown. What a job by the Titans. 99 yards and cap it with a Curtis 4-yard touchdown run, his 1st touchdown of the year.
Boy, and a great block out there by number 52 of the Titans. You saw the end come across. He was sitting there waiting on it, but guess what? Number 52 for the Titans, that is Giovanni Dominguez, makes the block, the kick-out block, and that springs Curtis for the touchdown.
What a drive by South Garland, who has got to go back into the record books to see a 99-yard drive that consumed almost 10, actually a little bit more than 10 minutes off the clock. They're going to go here. Roll it to the end zone. Incomplete. Trying to hit Jonas Brown as Matos was rolling.
Yeah, a little high that time. Brown, was almost there with his hands on it, but good coverage out there by the corner.
We'll take a break and continue. 44-12 Sachse on GRS TV.
The Garland ISD Education Foundation provides resources to support and enrich education for all students in the Garland Independent School District. Every dollar donated helps fund innovative teaching and learning initiatives. Choose today to impact a better tomorrow. For more information and to learn how you can give, visit gisdedfoundation.org.
Final 12 minutes coming up. 44-12 Sachse and South Garland. What a drive there by South Garland. They begin from their own one, take it the length of the field. Really impressive drive right there by Mirko Matos, senior quarterback.
Yeah, it was, and they had a couple of nice third down plays on that drive, third and longs that they were able to convert, and that really kind of gave them the springboard to that touchdown drive. As you said, a 99-yarder, you can't do much better than that.
The big one was the 18-yard completion to Holland.
Yep, that's exactly right.
It's really nice to watch as we will see Sachse take it again. 44-12, all Sachse tonight. Well, that goes right through the hands of Santana Quinn, picked up by Dane Norberg. Trying to turn the corner to get a block, going to cut it back, tripped up across the 30.
Got a couple of penalty flags out here as well, so that was probably coming back from the legal block. But, well, how many times have you seen ever in a game where, you see a play out there where it's kind of fumbled around, the return man picks it up, and then they end up scoring, or they end up getting a big return on it. And that almost happened there. Is Norberg able to break, contain on that? But, again, this one's going to be for naught. It's going to come back.
Personal foul. Blindside block, number 22 of the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Great Scott Davis, our official tonight. They're out of the Dallas chapter. Sachse came in averaging about 28 points per game. They have scored 44 tonight. South Garland 0-6, but they did pick up a win earlier this year. They got the win against R.L. Turner to open the campaign. That ball might have been caught. They'll call it incomplete.
Yeah, it didn't appear he ever had possession of the football, and so I think that's the right call on the incomplete pass again. Just a quick throw out and just not able to hang on to it that time for the Sachse receiver.
Mark Behrens again in his 19th year. Getting set and hoping that, this will be a fruitful run to hopefully the postseason. Brendan Haygood, who got a lot of carries last week, getting the handoff here and runs for about 16 before Orta makes his
offense
first
number 68.
Flag on that.
10 yards to the previous spot. Still second down.
We'll bring that one back. But, we saw Alessandro Orta make a couple of plays early.
Half the distance. Still second down.
In the first half. But Brendan Haygood getting a chance.
Yeah, nice run by Haygood that time. You saw him kind of moving in and out, weaving in and out, if you will, of the Titan defenders. Again, it will come back due to the holding call, but a nice run by that young man.
And, Akana and Haygood, a good combination. They like his vision inside between the tackles. He and Akana both do a good job there. They fake the little flip into the flat, throw it into the boundary. The ball caught. And across the 20-yard line, they pick up the penalty yardage and get the first down, actually.
Yeah, that was a nice throw that time, and where you saw the corner for the Titans really kind of overrun that play. You're going to see him run behind him. But look here on that wide receiver screen. And so, again, just a nice run after catch for number 88 and move the chains.
Antonio Wilkerson making the play for the Titans. Flip pass. Far side of the field. Trying to find a crease. Had a little one. Diego Santiago tackled by Jared Balderas. Another 10 yards.
Yeah, should be another first down. You're going to say again, just that flip, as you said, that flip toss. Comes around. Nice blocking out there by the Mustang receivers and springs him for 10.
Everybody incorporating a pitch with that now instead of the handoff, which changes it from a run to a pass.
To a pass, exactly.
Quarterbacks
right.
like that. Run option here. Fake the shovel pass, and Gutierrez is going to keep. Gutierrez shoved out of bounds. Nice run by the backup quarterback, the senior.
Yeah, nice decision by him, because you're right. He was looking for a shovel pass there in the middle of the field, but didn't like what he saw, and so just, kind of kept it, rolls to his outside, and he's going to pick up another first down.
Victor Jesus Gutierrez coming on in relief of Brendan George earlier in the game. And I venture to say you'll probably be hard-pressed to find a better backup than Gutierrez in this district. Does a really good job And very confident, too. They try to set up a screen under pressure. Held it too long. Down he goes.
Yeah, he should have got rid of that, but, you know, again, a nice play on defense that time by the Titans, number 80 right there on your screen. And
Hansel Galdamas, who doubles as a tight end.
yeah, there comes the pressure, but he's just able to get him to the ground. And you're right, he probably should have gotten rid of it, but that's one of those things those younger quarterbacks have to learn with practice.
Gutierrez 4 for 5 in the backup role tonight for 58 yards. Brendan George was 7 of 10 for 83, but 3 touchdowns. They've got 5 touchdowns tonight between the two. Screen looking for a block on the edge. Had it for a little bit. And then Kendrick Hanks steps out of bounds. Oh, a little extra. Flag comes out.
Yeah, got a couple of extra curricular stuff going on after the play. And boy, nice pass at time. A nice, you know, like you said, just an easy little screen pass out to him. He's able to pick up most of that sack yardage. But again, we've got lots of flags here at the end of that thing, and we'll see what happens here after the play.
A lot going on late. A lot of barking down that sideline,
Sure
too.
was.
They're still playing hard. Maybe going against Sachse. Long discussion. They don't mind a long discussion with the clock rolling.
Yeah.
There's 2 fouls on the play, both on the defense. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 50. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 15. We'll enforce one of those fouls, 15 yards at the end of the run and an automatic first down.
Daniel Cabarillo and Marlon Choice. But I've got to tell you, Steve, if I am, if I'm South Garland and Damaso Martinez, I don't mind a little jawing. I don't mind a little life. I mean, you got to do it within the rules.
Right.
But you got to play with an edge out there, and like we talked about, you got to play as if there is no score. You're playing to a standard.
Exactly. I agree 100%. And again, maybe got a little too much overzealous on that. You saw the 2 penalty calls, but I'm right there with you. It's good to see that the players still have that fire in them.
Well, it's funny you say that. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to put a fire out than to start one.
Exactly.
You know it?
Exactly.
As it relates to vim and vigor.
Saw a busted play there as the running back was not where Gutierrez was expecting it, so he's just going to make something out of nothing. A nice gain of about 6 yards.
Oh, and that almost looked like everybody knew the play but the quarterback.
Exactly. Yep.
2nd down and 4. Brendan Haygood.
Boy, nice job by the linebacker to step up right there and make the play. As the running back had a little bit of a crease there, you're going to see him make this step here, but watch this. Linebacker right there to clean up. That's exactly what your linebacker's supposed to do. And a gain of only 2 on the play.
Should have a good one tomorrow night, Steve. Rowlett and Lakeview. And a lot of folks think that'll be a one-score game.
Well, it's come to life of late, much like this Sachse team. They had the big win last week, that 1-point victory over North Garland. And so, Rowlett's kind of picked up things here after a real slow start on the season for them.
Yeah, Lakeview, they're 3-2, and they lose tomorrow night to Rowlett, and that kind of means you're in the wash with multiple teams for that final playoff spot. But a win means you'll at least have that tie for 3rd place. As you take a look at the standings here, all of that sort of going into the mix. But every team alive for the postseason except South Garland right now.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You see they're right in the middle. We talked about it earlier. You start with Lakeview, end with Rowlett. You've got 6 teams right there with either 2 or 3 wins. And so, again, a lot of these teams play each other here at the end of the season. So it's going to be real interesting to see how this plays out. Scott, we've talked about a little bit, during timeouts. I would not be surprised at all to see a couple of 4-4 teams make the playoffs out of this.
Well, North Garland needs to win tomorrow night. They play Wiley East, top team in the district, as you see there. If they lose, though, and fall to 4-2, Hey, they've got Naaman and Sachse both left.
Yeah, they've got a tough schedule, probably the toughest of the remaining playoff contenders.
Gutierrez in the red zone to the sideline, looking for the goal line, reaches out. They mark him just shy of the goal line. Jared Balderas saved a touchdown.
Yeah, nice job. He extended the football over the pylon, but yeah, I think they're going to say he stepped out at the 3. Watch this right here. Cuts back to the outside. May have got a block in the back there that was not called, but watch right here. He's going to try to extend it, but they're going to say he stepped out before he got that ball across the plane.
You know, he's already accounted for 2 touchdowns. He's got 2 touchdown passes. That brings him to 3 for the year, and he had only had 10 attempts coming in. We'll see if he can come up with a third here. It's Haygood, though, and he is good.
Yeah,
in the end zone.
Yeah, watch this play, though. Watch Gutierrez at the high snap, and he is able to jump up and snag it. Look at there. Hands it off, and then, as you said, Haywood does the rest. Touchdown Mustangs, and they have put half a century on the scoreboard.
Point after coming up. Boy, Haygood has done a good job following in the footsteps of Pope Akana. Again, that's a nice dual threat back there. Pope and Brendan. Akana had 170 against Garland last week. Had a nice first half. They got a good place kicker, too, who's been perfect tonight. Alex Alvarado. Brendan Haygood, the young sophomore, put it in the end zone. 4th rushing touchdown this year. It has been all Sachse tonight as these Sachse Mustangs, again, will improve to 2-3. They're still in it. They've got Wiley and North Garland left, as we talked about.
Yeah, if we can get the guys in the booth maybe to put the standings back on the screen for just a second, put them on the spot here, but there we go. So again, as we were talking about, you got Wiley East at 5-0, Naaman Forest at 4-1. You know, the big team is the one right in the middle of your screen there, Garland. If you remember, the Owls started 3-0 in district play, but they have dropped their last 3, and they're now in jeopardy, you know, where before it looked like, oh, they're going to be a lock for the playoffs, and now they're in jeopardy of missing the playoffs, sitting at 3-3. And again, we've got several big games on tap for tomorrow night that, you know, again, could make a big difference in the standings here.
Well, Coach Russell's got to be a little bit concerned about that. You mentioned they dropped 3 in a row and have not played their best football. And, you know, this is not a time to start stubbing your toe. You know, you've got to really kick it in full gear. But every team seems to always undergo some sort of lull.
Yeah, and during the season, exactly. And in, you know, fairness to the Owls, they probably had the toughest, you know, stretch of 3 games in a row there. They were losing to Wiley East, you know, 2 weeks ago, only 3-0 at halftime, ended up losing that game.
Yeah.
Then they managed to have a 7-0 deficit against Naaman Forest the week after that, lost that game 17-0. But then the big one, of course, last week, Sachse just came in like a buzzsaw and really attacked them there. But yeah, I think you're right. Coach Russell's got to be concerned as they're on the bye this week, only 2 games left for them.
You know, they're used to being able to put the pedal down and score a lot of points. Not doing that as much this year.
Yeah, the offense has struggled just a bit. Again, you got a sophomore quarterback, and, you know, you can expect that a lot of times for those sophomores as they're kind of trying to get in the varsity scene. So, yeah, down a little bit offensively, and they've got some work to do here the last couple of weeks.
Again, tomorrow night we're going to see Rowlett and Lakeview. That will be live, or at least seen on GRS TV. And then we'll have Wiley East taking on North Garland, with Naaman visiting Wiley tomorrow.
Yeah, that Naaman Forest Wiley game is going to be a big one as well. But yeah, Lakeview Rowlett's probably the biggest of those games on the slate for tomorrow. Lakeview really has to win that game.
Yeah.
You would think they would be favored against Rowlett in that. They've got to come out with that because, as you mentioned, they've got a tough go here the last couple of weeks.
Absolutely. So we'll see how it all plays out. Tonight it has been all Mustangs. It was all Mustangs from the get-go. They end up scoring twice in a row after they punted. And then in that second quarter, they just hammered out touchdown after touchdown, and they take it tonight 51-12 against South Garland. So with the win, Sachse improves to 3-3. South Garland falls to 0-7 in district competition. And that is going to do it for tonight. Steve, thank you so much for being with us. We thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight from Homer B. Johnson Stadium. For Delbert Richardson and the entire GRS TV crew, I want to thank Houston as well. My name is Scott Garner. Until next time, good evening, everyone, from Garland, Texas. Good night, and God bless.